Good afternoon, it's time. Time for another NFL Bucky's Mail Day. This is your host, Mike C. And of course, Star Show. As always, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Okay, we got a few notes I got to take care of first. And I'm going to go on. It's been a long time since I've gone on a rant, Bucky. But I got a couple issues I got to get off my chest and just get out of the way. But let's get the other news first. We had 13 views last week, which is pretty good for us, Bucky. So that was good. Thanks for that. The Reds, they're 65 and 60. It's not bad. They're 8 games behind because the Brewers never lose. Now the Reds have beaten them. I think might have been 2 out of 3 times. I'm not sure about that, but I know they stopped at like a 14-game win streak. And I guess everybody in Milwaukee got a free burger or something like that. They had a promotion going on. So when you're, team you're trying to chase, wins 14 games in a row. It's tough to pick up games, but they picked up a couple, I guess. But so they're pretty good. I mean, 65 and 60 is better than I thought they would. There's no way they're going to catch the Brewers, but like I said in previous videos, the wild cards is their best and only chance of getting to the playoffs. We'll see what happens, but it's still a long season. But they're doing okay, better than I thought they were. What else have I got, Bucky? Oh, the Lions lost to the Dolphins 24-17. I did not watch the game. It was not on TV. I listened to it on the radio, different podcasts. It was okay at a couple different ones. We got through it. And they were ahead for a while. And then their backups fourth stringers or whatever. So the weird thing was that the Dolphins head coach had predicted that the Dolphins were going to win because the Lions manhandled them so badly in the preseason or the practices. Because I guarantee I didn't guarantee, but I predicted we're going to win, and they did. But they were in charge of most of the game until like the fourth quarter, when they're 10th stringers or whatever they are, and they fell behind mainly because Hendon Hooker, who started the fourth quarter, I believe, or maybe the second half, threw another interception. They had another fumble, and it's over. I mean, he's just not. He hasn't progressed. He's regressed, and not worth hanging around anymore. I'd look for somebody else. They're probably not going to keep 3 quarterbacks. Most teams don't, but their roster's too good, to do that. But the Hendon Hooker experiment. It's too bad. He's a talented, young man. He's not that young, but he's still, young comparatively. But that knee injury really set him back, and he has not progressed. He still holds the ball too long. Throws way too many interceptions and just doesn't make smart plays. But so he's gone. Not yet, but he will be gone. The other player that will be gone is Broderick Martin. Didn't do a darn thing, maybe a half a sack or something. But I don't remember hearing his name the entire broadcast. But we'll see what happens with him. But cuts are coming. Next week's game they play the Texans. I don't know if it's in Detroit or not. Can't remember. It's unimportant. But and the cuts will be coming in by the boatload, and there'll be quarterbacks out there, other players that can help. But the Lions don't have a lot of holes. They got great depth, and they got just great players. But they will need another quarterback. Now he might go on the practice squad. I doubt that, but we'll see what happens. But the Hooker and the and the Broderick Martin experiment are over, in my opinion. But many other people's opinion too. So we'll see what happens with that. Now my rants. I haven't made a video with rants in quite a while, Bucky. But there's just a couple things I want to get off my chest for the season starts, and we get all wound up in that. A week ago, previous game, the Minnesota Vikings. I can't remember who they were playing. Doesn't matter. We watched the game. It was on TV, and Paul Allen, somebody I've been listening to for years and years. I remember way back when Jesse Ventura ran for governor, and they take him off the air. And it was during the state fair, which just ended the other day. And he took over for Jesse, him and Dubé. And PA and Dubé was a mainstay for years in the Minneapolis and the Twin Cities. And until he literally screwed up his life. That's another story. But so Paul Allen's been out there for a while, and he loves the Vikings, and that's fine. But my God, he was literally gushing over JJ, the wide receiver. It's just ridiculous, way over the top, and it was just hard to listen to. It's like, calm down, Paul. And he didn't play, of course. You don't play in the preseason like that. But it was hard to listen. I know it's PA, so I take it with a grain of salt. But it was just hard to listen to. It's like, God, I mean, it's sickening. You'd have to make a video about ranting through that, because that's how bad it was. So that was pretty disgusting. I didn't listen to this week's game because I was listening to the Lions game. But yeah, that was just way too much PA. The other rant I have, and this is one I've had probably more than any of them, but it's like, my God, I watched countless shows over the weekend and last week, and there was one in particular, I think it was on NFL Network. Can't remember. Every feature on the show was about East Coast team. The Giants, the Jets, Tampa Bay, Buffalo. It's just every single one. I watched another one, every single one except one. They talked about, I think it was the Packers. Hi, Murphy. Murphy just came down. And I was like, there are other teams. It was just all East Coast bias. I was like, I've said this before, but it's just, there's more teams than the East Coast, and the entire show was all East Coast teams. It's like, it's sickening. It's even today. I watched this morning the highlights. First ones they show, sure enough, the Giants and the Jets play. So that's guaranteed. It's like, I know why they do it, because they're based in New York. Understandable, but it's so blatant. It's just, well, highlights. Let's go to New York first, because we're more important than anybody. So, but it's just, I feel better now. So, other than that, there's really not a heck of a lot to go on. Weather's been okay. Stormed last night. I fell asleep. I didn't hear any of it. It's supposed to storm, I guess, Tuesday. It's very humid out today, but there's not too much else going on. But I don't think I mentioned what's behind Bucky. Bucky, what happened? What's behind you? Well, I knew I was going to get my rant today. I should have mentioned this before I did my rant, but so I want to protect Bucky and the viewers. So I want to have a filter in case I let a bad word slip out. And I don't think I did, but it did. It's in the filter, so I protected it. But so that's what's behind Bucky, is a actual air conditioning filter, so or hot water heater filter, and Bucky's hat. So that's what's going on for there. But yeah, that's about it, Bucky. So next video we'll have the last preseason game. They play the Texans, and then the regular season starts, guys. And I'll give you my predictions next video, and maybe the Super Bowl one will probably, but I'm not going to guarantee that. But yeah, I finished my magazine. That's something else I forgot to tell. But I finished my football magazine, so that was good. And so next week we'll have predictions and all that fun stuff, and maybe another rant. I don't know. Anyway, so for Mike Senior Star Show, as always, Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And we'll catch you on the rebound. We'll catch you next week. All right, bye now.